Hello there, and welcome back to the show. And today I'm going to be talking about WWE Clash at the Castle Scotland, WWE's latest PLE and the second Clash at the Castle event. So, Clash at the Castle Scotland obviously came to us from Glasgow, Scotland, and the show opened up with Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match for the undisputed WWE Championship, and this stems from Backlash. Cody and AJ had a really good match at Backlash, and a lot of people were asking for a rematch, which didn't happen at King and Queen of the Ring. Instead, it happened here at Clash at the Castle, and this was excellent. I like that they tried to build some story here. The fake retirement angle, in the same vein that Mark Henry did on John Cena, was done very well by AJ Styles. It was executed perfectly. I like heel AJ Styles. His intensity and his promos were very good, and this match was excellent. This was the only choice to open the show, and both guys killed it. This match was intense. Cody looked like a very strong babyface. AJ Styles was portrayed as a very strong heel. There were some impressive spots in this match, some great weapons spots. One of my personal favorites was Cody throwing the chair onto AJ and him falling back through a table. That to me was very good. The use of Cody's mom in this match was done very well. There were some very intense spots, and I really liked this match. Closing sequence saw AJ being handcuffed, which he introduced earlier to handcuff Cody and beat him down, and the tables were turned. So Cody handcuffed AJ to the ropes, and he brought the steel steps into the ring, and he was about to hit him with the steps. Very reminiscent of the I Quit match with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage from AEW Dynamite earlier this year. And AJ says, "I quit." Cody hits him anyway, and Cody Rhodes retains the undisputed WWE Championship. Post-match, as Cody heads onto the ramp and he's celebrating with the crowd, Solo Sikoa comes out and he's jumped by the Bloodline. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens make the save, and Randy Orton eyes the WWE Championship. This was done very well. I am fully expecting Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa to happen at Money in the Bank. That's where I see that going. And if it's me, I'm booking Randy Orton to win Money in the Bank this year, and I have him cash in on Cody Rhodes turning heel and doing that storyline. That's how I would book this. But Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, very good match. The only choice to open Clash at the Castle, and this was very good. Triple threat tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire are from Scotland. They got an opening promo package before their entrance. This match existed. That's the most I can say about it. There are two things I want to mention. Zoe Stark has an impressive springboard corkscrew dive. Her athleticism is very impressive. Number two, Jade Cargill should never attempt a springboard dive ever again. There was a moment where she went for, it was very similar to like CM Punk's springboard elbow. She landed flat on her face. It looked terrible. Jade Cargill, stay to the power game. No more springboard dives. I'm genuinely surprised that WWE took the belts off of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill this soon. They just won them at Backlash, only to lose them immediately to Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. And it got me thinking, okay, it's Scotland. Piper Niven wasn't winning the WWE Women's Championship, and Drew McIntyre didn't win the world title. So I guess they had to give one of the Scottish participants a win on the night. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I cannot see Isla Dawn and Alba Fire holding this belt for a very long time. I think at most they hold them into Money in the Bank, but to be perfectly honest, I would not be shocked if they drop the belts back to Bianca and Jade this Friday on SmackDown. This match existed, nothing overly memorable, and that's all I gotta say about this match. Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable with Otis and Maxine Dupree. I've loved the storyline between Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. To me, this is no question the best storyline on Monday Night Raw right now. I've loved the build. Heel Chad Gable is incredible. Sami Zayn is great. Both guys have played their roles brilliantly. The way Alpha Academy has been used, Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa, all of them have been intertwined into the story very well, and the emotion is definitely there. This feud has done wonders for Otis. Now, during the entrances, we got the Wyatt 6 logo flashing, and I'll get to that in a moment. This match was excellent. To me, this and the I Quit match to open the show are the top 2 matches of the night. This match was excellent, some incredible back and forth spots between Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. Both guys are incredible wrestlers. The matches they've had up to this point have been great, and this match was no exception. This match was very good. This match was very fun. Chad Gable loses, which I thought was a little surprising because I thought this was his 5th or 6th attempt at the Intercontinental Championship, so I thought they have to put the belt on him. But Sami Zayn won this match, and the way he won this match was very good. So the closing sequence saw Maxine getting knocked down, and Chad Gable was demanding that Otis attack Sami, but he didn't. Instead, he carried Maxine to the back and left Chad Gable, and Sami Zayn capitalized. Sami Zayn after the match says no more chances, and the look on Chad Gable's face after he lost was the next wrestling meme. It's very reminiscent of Kenny Omega after he won that one match in less than a minute. It reminded me of that. So Sami Zayn retained the Intercontinental Championship in a great match on Raw. He's essentially set to feud with Braun Breaker. And as for Chad Gable, he was, for lack of a better term, murdered by the Wyatt 6. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where Chad Gable goes from here. If he's out of the Intercontinental Championship scene and Alpha Academy is away from him, I don't know if feuding with the Wyatt 6, how that's gonna work, but I'm interested to see where this goes. And Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker, I mean, that's gonna be a match for the ages. And this was a very good match between Sami and Chad. WWE Women's Championship, Bayley versus Piper Niven. This match, again, existed. It was fine for what it was. Piper Niven is from Scotland, and being that Liv Morgan was not on the show, they had to have one of the women's singles championships being defended, so they went with Bayley. Bayley's great. Piper Niven is very good. This match was alright. There was an impressive Bayley to belly off the top rope. I'm surprised that didn't end the match, to be honest. Bayley won with a Rhodes plant, and as she should, because Bayley is just keeping the Women's Championship warm for Nia Jax, which I am predicting that Nia Jax is going to beat Bayley at SummerSlam and become the new Women's Champion. That's where I see this going, and that is it. This match was fine, nothing overly spectacular. Main event, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest has been a fine world champion, in my opinion. Not great, but not terrible. He definitely hasn't felt like a main event star, but he's a good promo and he's a really good wrestler. Drew McIntyre. This man got a hero's welcome in Scotland. The reaction he got from the crowd was unbelievable. Going into this match, I was fully expecting Drew McIntyre to win. More accurately, I wanted Drew McIntyre to win. I thought to myself, okay, it's Scotland, it's a great moment to crown him. Let's go for it. Let's crown Drew McIntyre in Scotland in front of his home crowd. This match was very good. I'd say this match is, if I was to rank the matches of the show, this would definitely be third, right below the I Quit match and Sami and Chad Gable. This was a very good match. As a matter of fact, there was one moment where Damian Priest, he botched a dive, and McIntyre quickly capitalized on that, and Damian Priest started selling that leg. That is great pro wrestling IQ. The closing sequence of this match saw CM Punk come out in a referee t-shirt after McIntyre had Priest out. And then McIntyre, he stares at Punk. Punk hits a low blow and walks away. Damian Priest, he hits a chokeslam, 1, 2, 3, and retains the world title in Scotland. In that moment, I thought this is the wrong move. However, I started to think about this. Gunther, no question, is going to become the World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam. If Drew McIntyre won the title in Scotland, his reign would have lasted a month and a half. And Drew McIntyre deserves more than a month and a half transitional reign, in my opinion. The use of CM Punk here made sense, and it furthers his storyline with Drew McIntyre. And I am fully expecting this match to take place at SummerSlam. And I've talked about this with one of my friends. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk is a blood feud. It doesn't need the world title. So, with that being said, I'm okay with Drew McIntyre losing and Damian Priest still being the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm okay with that. And something that I fully didn't expect to happen on Raw was Seth Rollins coming out and Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest being booked for Money in the Bank in Toronto. I did not see that coming. I thought for sure Seth Rollins was going to be out for at least the rest of this year. Drew McIntyre, of course, quote-unquote, quit the WWE, which, I mean, I'm interested to see where that goes. Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins is going to be a very good match. And, to be perfectly honest, I see Damian Priest retaining. And I see him versus Gunther as the match for SummerSlam, and Gunther beats Damian Priest to become the new World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam. That's where I see that going. This match, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest at Clash at the Castle Scotland, was very good. And overall, in my opinion, Clash at the Castle Scotland was a very good show. The 3 matches were very good, very fun, very enjoyable. The crowd had solid energy throughout the night. Not as good as the crowd in Lyon, France for Backlash, but still solid energy. I really enjoyed the show, and I'm looking forward to Money in the Bank. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram at Saeed_2000, and I'll catch you on the next one. Till then, take care.